Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I'm Step and this is going to be part 13 of my early campaign where I'm playing as Egypt. Last time I think was the episode where I took Edessa. So now I'm going to be holding a 3-province border here to the north. And this still feels comfortable for now, I suppose. The Byzantines are now my only neighbor to my north and we are allies, so that's good. And then, of course, to the south, it's still going to be the Almohads. We are not allies. I intend on taking Cyrenaica at some point. I will be tasked out with taking this. And there's still no action in the Iberian Peninsula. Everyone's just singing Kumbaya and hanging out. So, yeah, everyone's good friends. Except for the French. The French have taken Aragon, and the Aragonese are now hanging out here in Valencia. And unless the Spanish want to get involved on this, the Aragonese might be pinched out here and gotten rid of. And that kind of goes for all of these European factions that are kind of sitting on the sidelines and watching France expand at the expense of other smaller factions. Like England and the Germans are also currently at war with the French, but if the Italians and the Spanish and the Danes, and the Poles all want to sit on the sidelines, they will be facing the wrath of the French at some point. With that being said, the French, I keep thinking this, they really shouldn't implode at some point. Just because their king only has 3 influence, somehow. They've sent another crusade my way. And this crusade is already pretty small. And it's only going to pass through 2 territories before it reaches Orthodox territory. And once it reaches the Orthodox territory, it should start bleeding troops, I think. I want to keep an eye on this. So right now, the crusade has 1,170 men. I imagine it will pick up a few more men here in Hungary, and it might even make a detour through Carpathia first. But then once it starts hitting the Byzantine territories, it should start losing men. And that's a lot of territories to get through. 1, 2, let's say they go 3, 4, 5. So that's a lot of time for them to be losing men, and by the time they get to Lesser Armenia, that's even if the Byzantines let them through. There's a chance that they don't even make it. The Byzantines are a bit stronger than they were when the French went in last time. The Byzantines have expanded out here. I want to get more alums going because I want to see, have they taken everything? If so, the Byzantines are looking pretty mighty. But we are expecting the Mongols to be coming in to the game in about 50 turns or so. So there's still time to prepare for that. And that's really all that I have my mind set on doing, is preparing for the Mongols. My military is looking okay, but I think it's going to be getting some really key pieces once we reach the high period, which is going to start in the year 1205. And that's when crossbows will become available, so I can start training some crossbow units. And what else? The Abyssinian guards as well, that I can start training in Arabia, I believe. That's going to be my 2-handed axemen. That's going to be nice to have them out as well. Can I train Gulam cavalry, or do I have to wait for the high period for that? I know I'm still building the buildings that I need for them. I'm not sure if I need it to be the high period to train Gulam cavalry. I don't think so, because they're like a feudal knight equivalent, and feudal knights are an early period unit for the Catholics, so maybe not. Anyway, I have 1 turn before the castle's finished here in Palestine, and then I can start building whatever buildings are required to finish that Gulam cavalry construction tree. So that's going to be ready pretty soon. Sinai is training horse archers, Mamluk horse archers, and then, yeah, also the Mamluk cavalry themselves. I have to wait for the high period for them to become available. Yeah, Egypt really is a faction. Their unit roster really does open up once they get to the high period, I'm realizing. Not that it's not capable in the early period, but they definitely get some more options going in the high period. And considering that we might be defending, a desert province against the Mongols without any tree cover, we're going to need some decent heavy cav just to help hold the line, I think. And some decent axemen from the Abyssinian guards and, yeah, who knows what else. But, yeah, I think the Saracen infantry is going to be very helpful. I need to start training some Muwahid soldiers, foot soldiers as well. These are my more offensive-minded spearmen, so I need to get them going. But right now I'm currently still training Saracen infantry. But once the year 1205 hits, it's going to be a real crunch time at that point. You know, I'm going to have a few provinces really focusing in on the things that I've been waiting until 1205 to train. You know, Abyssinian guards, Mamluk cavalry, crossbows. I need to get Edessa up to code so that it can also start helping out with the military training. I might get archers going in Edessa and turn Edessa into a crossbow / siege engine province is going to be my idea with that. So I'm working on getting trading posts right now, but eventually I can switch over to military at some point and get a town watch. Syria, let's see, Syria. Syria should do the same thing, actually. I like having Syria for my assassins because I do get the +2 valor bonus here. But I think also being able to train soldiers here is going to be pretty good. So yeah, that's going to be something I should probably start doing as well. Antioch and Tripoli need to just keep building boats. They're my only two provinces that are really tasked out with doing that. And I just keep losing so many boats to storms that I just really need to keep on that. And then Arabia. Yeah, Arabia is just doing so much. It's really carrying the load for me in a lot of ways. Just like all of the random stuff is in Arabia. And Egypt, I think for now, since I can't train Mamluk horse archers yet, I may as well keep focusing on economy, get the master merchant. This is going to be the top tier merchant building here. So Egypt's already making almost 5 grand. So with the master merchant, that's going to give me a good boost. And then I can also start focusing on improved farmland after that as well to give me a bit more money. And I want to keep training the alums as well. I like getting the vision out on the rest of the map. And is there anything else? I think everyone's building stuff. Everyone's training stuff. Taxes are set to very high. Yeah, I think we're ready to keep moving on. Ah, that's right. There's a French boat in the water. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. In the English Channel. Okay. Yeah, I need to fix this problem. Although, come to think of it, because I'm at war with the French, the 3 ports that are in the English Channel, in Flanders, Wessex, and Normandy, I'm not trading with them anyway, so it's not that important. I'm still making 10 grand per turn, almost 11. Because I can go up through here. But still, there's a French boat in the water. It's already sunk 2 of my boats, and I think it's time for some revenge here. So I have 2, let's see, I thought I had 2 Bagalas somewhere. Yeah, I have 2 Bagalas here. I should probably send 2 Bagalas and then a Dhow with them as well. Because the Dhow can help us catch the other boat. So let's send the Bagalas out. Let's send... Actually, you guys... Yeah, let's put a Dhow back here in the African coast. And then let's send one of these Dhows up. And then, yeah, 2 Bagalas and 1 Dhow should be enough. So I'll send you in later. And with 3 boats, hopefully we can beat that 1 bark. That bark might have a decent admiral by this point as well, just because he's won 2 battles. So we will have to watch out for that. I was considering seeing if I could maybe get a ceasefire with the Turks. I could get an auto ceasefire with them by withdrawing my boats from the Black Sea, and eventually we would get a ceasefire automatically. However, that usually ends up taking like an extra turn than you would think. If it was just 1 turn, if I just, you know, did this and then waited a turn and then came back and I had the ceasefire, it's one thing, but it always ends up taking longer than you would think. So the fact is, currently I'm trading with 1, 2, 3, 4 ports in the Black Sea, and I don't think I need to lose that trade for a couple of turns just to get the Turks on my side. What I could do is just send my emissary up there. Yeah, that's an option. See if I can get a ceasefire with them. And the Turks don't want any of that. Fine, be that way. They don't want to trade with me, so be it. They want to be stubborn and hang out in Georgia with just a handful of Gulan bodyguards and face the wrath of the Mongols? Okie dokie. Now another one of my monarch's sons has come of age, Prince Ali, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he is, although my Sultan only has 3 influence, so it's probably not too good. Castle's finished here in Arabia, and I do have another son on the way. Huzzah! Prince Ali, Secret Pride, so +3 Valor, -1 Command, and then Killer Instinct, another +2 Valor, +1 Dread, so 5 Valor on him. Good fighter at the very least. But 0 Command, 0 Piety, 0 Acumen, 4 Loyalty, so borderline, but he's okay. Yeah, the 5 Valor, he's a good fighter, right? And he's never going to be the leader. Oh, he is. Oh, shit. So he's the next in line. Okay. There you go. That's going to be the next Sultan of the, what would it be? At this point, it's still the Ayyubids, right? In the 1186. I think that's the dynasty that would be in control of Egypt at this point, but I don't quite know when the Ayyubids ended. Did the Mamluks take control in 1250? Was that the year? Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, I think the Byzantines actually decided to not let the French Crusade in, so now they are at war with them. Yeah. Wow. Now they retreated from Bulgaria, sure, but you know, they're not just willingly letting the French in. And let's see, so they got up to 1316. They were at 1170 when they were in Austria. I forgot to check in Hungary. Although these armies look like they lost quite a few men to that crusade. Yeah, Zeal's at 66%. Yeah. Yeah, those units look like they got pretty chewed up from that crusade. Coming through and taking all of the volunteers. So, alright. 1316, it's going to be interesting to see what that number is at by the time it gets to Lesser Armenia. Alright, we got that French boat in the Bay of Biscay now, so let's send we have 2 dhows, each of a speed of 3, and this bark, yeah, he has a 2-star admiral, speed of 3. Let's send the 2 dhows to make sure we catch him, although 3 against 3, I don't know if he has a chance of getting away or not, but the Baghalas can try to finish the job. Do I have any starred admirals? 0, and I have a 1-star on one of the dhows. Okay, that might help. So let's keep our fingers crossed here. Ah, good. It looks like we were able to sink the French bark, and it looks like we didn't take any casualties from that. That's awesome. That's perfect. And sure enough, the Byzantine loyalists are revolting against the French. The French decided to leave back a little bit of a garrison in Bulgaria, or I suppose they trained a unit is a better way to put it. The Merchants Guild has been finished in Syria, so a bit more money there. Town Watch is finished in Odessa. So I could start training urban militia. I don't think I want to start training urban militia. That's not... Now that I can train Ghazi infantry that also have a bonus versus armor, like the urban militia, there's not really a point in training the urban militia. They're a low tier unit. You know, they're useful at that stage of the game, or the campaign, but now, yeah, not so much. But what I can do is, yeah, I'm thinking Boyar. You know, I can pump out a few desert archers in between now and the year 1205, and then once I get up to, yeah, I should get the Boyar, and then I should start working on the keep so that I can build the Boyar's workshop, and that would allow me to start training crossbows once the year 1205 rolls around. So far, the French Crusade is doing well to have made it just to Trebizond, but I don't see them making it too much further, although they have been able to reinforce Bulgaria. So Bulgaria still remains in French hands. That's a little bit funny. But the Crusade itself, so it's down to 1,288 men. It's, you know, hasn't lost too many men, but I don't see it going much further, honestly. Like, it can attack in Arum. Maybe it will choose Anatolia because there's less defenses here. But if it goes to Rum, I mean, Rum might be a tough fight. So 1,288 men versus 590 and 612. So that would be a relatively even fight. And there's some decent units in these armies here in Rome. And certainly not Lesser Armenia. Like, there's no way the Byzantines or the French Crusade can take on this army here. So the Byzantines might end up shielding me from the Crusade. And more importantly, they might end up ending this French Crusade much faster than it would if it just sat on my border and withered away over time. And that's going to have some drastic effects, although I've said this before, but it could happen. It could and should happen. The king, although he's gone up to 4 influence. Okay, so he has gained some influence since the beginning of this episode. Still, you have to imagine there's going to be some difficulties if that crusade fails. So I'm really curious. Let's drop a save. I'm ready to end this turn. And I want to see which direction that crusade goes. If it goes into Rum, it could struggle with just Rum. The Byzantines are actually attacking into Trebizond. And yeah, they went down to Anatolia. So the French Crusade did take the not as defended option and went into Anatolia. And oh no, come on, another French boat. Sunk another one of my boats. Why didn't they go after the Byzantine boats? They're also at war with them. Because there's a lot more, I get it. Town Watch finished here in Syria. Boyars finished here in Odessa as well. Let's see, often drunk. That's not good. -1 command, but it's just a peasant unit here in Odessa. And then hard sums, +1 acumen. That's much better. Alright. So they've taken out Anatolia. Whoop-de-doo. Now what are you going to do? Lesser Armenia? There's no way. There's no way. They're down to 1,224 men. And yeah, these armies... And also, if these armies like come hot on its heels and try to, close in, yeah, that French Crusade is in some trouble. But my navy keeps on getting beat by the French boats, which is annoying. Oh, but I think the Byzantines cleared them out, didn't they? Yeah, the Byzantines cleared them out. Oh, thank you, Byzantines. Yeah, nice. Would have been nice if they did that before they sunk my boat, but can't have it all, I suppose. And I can just move my Bagala down here. And we are slowly getting decent coverage. We don't quite have 2 boats in every sea region in the Mediterranean, but we're working on it. And just like that, 1 turn later, the French Crusade has disappeared. Yeah, they were not able to make it work against Lesser Armenia. I love it. I love it. And let's see. Anything happening to the French? What's going on here? He's down to 1 influence. French king is down to 1 influence. That should cause some issues. Seems like does anyone care that their king has lost influence? Like a lot of guys, I don't think you know how much influence your king just lost. It's like a lot of influence. Alright, maybe the effects haven't taken place yet. Maybe it's going to be another turn. Yeah, they seem a little indifferent at this point. So hopefully that changes next turn. Ooh, France is making a big push into Valencia. Let's see if the Aragonese can hold on. I don't know if they will. And let's see. I was able to hunt down one of the Byzantine emissaries here. Okay, I almost forgot that I'd sent him off. And yeah, that's it for the Aragonese. Oh, poor Aragonese. On the upside, though, maybe we can sort of foment a rebellion in former Aragonese territory. That could be fun. Yep. Of course, the Pope asking for more crusades against us. How original, Pope. Come up with a different message, eh? How about a message of peace and cooperation between the faiths? Say something new, eh? Boyar finished here in Syria. And the Spearmakers Guild finished here in Palestine. I think that now allows me to start training Ghulam cavalry in Palestine. Finally, I think. Sultan Khalil I is now a builder, +10 happiness in all provinces. And let's see, anything. Prince Asali oozes charm, -1 dread. Okay, that's not super ideal. Any other generals or governors? I'm not seeing Highly educated. This guy's getting good. And I think he used to be a nobody. But now he's highly educated. +1 acumen, +1 piety, or +1 command, and -1 piety. And actually, I forgot to do this. I meant to have my really good general, Assad al-Din Shirko. Actually, you stay in Syria, because Syria at least borders 2 provinces. But then you're one of my brothers, I believe, Prince Asali. And you're decent, 3 stars with a natural leader. So let's have you hang out in Edessa. You'll lead the armies up here. Again, just because Edessa only borders 1 province. This is why... Oh no, they do border 2 provinces, don't they? I made up my mind. Actually, I don't know. Do I want... it doesn't. Whatever. The 5-star general can guard Syria. That's fine. I made up my mind. There we go. I can make decisions. Anything going on with the French? Anything going on with the French? Oh, wait a minute. This is the same turn, isn't it? No, this is a different turn. He's up to 2 influence now. And no, there's no issues? How? Yeah, the poor Aragonese are gone. So, I can't train any spies yet, can I? I haven't built any spy buildings. Ooh, I need to fix that. Syria, build a spy building. Now, brothel, go. That's gonna take 6 years. 6 years? Goddamn. Okay, fine. Fine. 6 turns. I can start sending spies to... Let's see, Aragon has a border fort. That's not ideal. What about Valencia? Ooh, Valencia only has a watchtower. Good. Because border forts are used to catch spies and assassins, but watchtowers cannot. Watchtowers do not have that capability. So, I could potentially start sending some spies to Valencia to cause some issues here. However, with 3 stacks in Valencia, there's not going to be a good chance of them having population order issues. Aragon, just because there's a border fort doesn't mean I can never send a spy in. Like, they'll get caught, but there is a possibility of a spy getting through. And actually, by avoiding detection is one of the ways that spies can increase their valor. They can get better by, well, for one thing, by completing missions and catching other enemy agents, but also by sneaking past enemy anti-spy defenses like border forts is a way for them to gain valor. So, it might be worth it to try to sneak a spy into Aragon, just to sort of see if I can get an Aragonese reemergence. That would be fun, I think. Ah, yes, finally I can start training Ghulam bodyguards. So Ghulam, the word means slave, cavalry, are the best available to the Sultan and form his bodyguard. In heavy mail and armed with lances, they are at least as good as other heavy cavalry. The Sultan and every prince leads Ghulams. Additional units can be trained at a high cost. Yes. Oh no, that's the... Wait. Oh, this is the Ghulam cavalry. There we go. So yes, Ghulam cavalry are useful heavy attacking units for any desert general. With mail armor and light lances, they can charge into an attack and fight well against other cavalry, but need to take care when engaging spearmen. Against missile troops, their best option is a swift attack. Yes, awesome. So 275 florins to train them, and then 70 support cost. They're cheaper to train than feudal knights, and I think it's by a bit. I think feudal knights take like, is it 400 florins to train feudal knights? Now, they're not as good as feudal knights, but their armor values make it so that they are a decent unit for fighting in the desert. And of course, they have their cool unit models as well, which is always important. Yeah, I want to get Ghulam cavalry going for sure. It's not going to win against like any of its matchups, whether it's knights or whether it's Mongol heavy cav. Ghulam cavalry will not win, but it's still a unit that I can use as sort of a defensive unit. You know, you don't have to think about... One way that I fight my battles and design my army comps is that I don't need to win every engagement. Certain engagements, I just need to lose slowly so that support can come. That's the role of Spearman. Spearman is a lose slow or die slow unit. The idea is to hold the line, right? And Ghulam cavalry can be seen in the same way, you know. Obviously, it's not ideal putting them in a losing situation, but they can hold another unit like heavy cav, like feudal knights, or even chivalric knights for some time until support pieces can come into play. And the Egyptians do happen to have a number of support pieces that are perfect for this. The Muwahid foot soldiers is one such unit. A spear unit with a high charge can get in there and obviously support a cav fight. The Ghazi infantry with its bonus versus armor also does a good job of supporting these cav fights. The Bedouin camel warriors is a really good unit for supporting cav fights. So yeah, the Ghulam cavalry don't win by themselves against feudal knights or other units, but you know, they can hang on until another unit can come in and support that fight. And that's going to be the idea with these guys, is they can protect sort of my back lines when I'm fighting against the Mongols, while I'm protecting the front lines with my archers and my spearmen, or maybe my naphtha, who knows. Whatever it takes to win, whatever it takes to break the Mongol charge. Come to think of it, with this being an opportunity to get an Aragonese reemergence, I may as well try every tool that I have available. And while I'm waiting for the spies to come online, another thing that I can do is start to train my imams instead of my alims, just because their conversion rate to Islam is going to work a little bit faster than the alims, so I can get a few of these guys going actually. And yeah, it only takes one turn to train them. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, because it does take, as I said before, the cardinals for the Catholics. I'm pretty sure that was 2 turns per cardinal, which, you know, does slow you down a bit. But throwing them in Aragon, that should cause some population loyalty issues, and they don't have to worry about the border fort. They can just get in there. They have to worry about assassins, sure. But I'm pretty sure the imams, because they are the upgraded, they are the second tier religious agent, I think that they have a kind of a natural better defense against assassins, I suppose, I think. I wonder if there's a way to test that. Is there any... Yeah, I don't suppose there's any Catholic cardinals on the map that I could test that theory out on. I'm not seeing any. But if I do see some, yeah, we have bishops. There's some Catholic bishops, but I'm not seeing any cardinals. Oh, check this out. The Byzantines are attacking Toulouse from Provence. And the French have retreated. Okay, wow. Yeah, the Byzantines. I like what the Byzantines are doing in this campaign so far. It's fun to watch. The Germans are pretty happy. Well, it's easy to say when there's only 2 provinces. The King of England has died from an illness, but his heir has taken over. And, oh, I lost an assassin. Yeah, I lost track of that assassin, more like it. Master Merchants is finished here in Egypt. Awesome. Let's check out what kind of money we're making now. 5,300. Feels good. And yeah, I guess we can start pumping out some improved farmland at this point. I mean, a Rabat would be good. I can't train the Mamluk cavalry until 1205, so I have a bit of time here. So let's get some more money going in that. And let's see, was there something? I feel like I wanted to just check in on something. Yeah, this is interesting. So this is going to hold out for 2 turns before Toulouse falls. Now, will there be a French counterattack? I suppose so. If the French attacked from Aragon and Anjou, and maybe even Burgundy, I don't know though, because there's enough. You know, the French might be worried enough about the Spanish here, where they might not want to leave this army, or have this army leave Aragon, and then sort of the same thing with like Burgundy. They might not want to leave this. So I think the only armies that are essentially free to attack Toulouse are the ones in Anjou. And are these armies going to be enough? I don't know. Actually, those are some decent units. Feudal men-at-arms and some militia sergeant and even some hoblars. Not, you know, it's decent. And then a 4-star general. Lord de Ridefort. Love it. Poor attacker. That's kind of a funny one. So, -2 command when attacking. Okay. Sucks to suck. Yeah, maybe the Byzantines will be okay after all. But they don't have any starred generals themselves, so... They do here in Provence, though. This is going to be worth keeping an eye on. Speaking of the Byzantines, also, they have all of the east side of the map, so that's cool. Man, look at that. Oh, enjoy it while it lasts, Byzantines. Enjoy it while it lasts. Yeah. Yeah, there's a storm coming. It looks like we have ourselves another historical general here, Saraf ad-Din, 6 acumen. And yeah, 3 command, not bad. He doesn't have any traits. Interesting. I feel like historical generals usually come with traits, but I mean, he has to be historical, right? You wouldn't get a normal guy with these kind of stats. He's in a unit of Arab infantry, so not super ideal, but hey, it is what it is sometimes. Yeah, I can't, you know, picture him off the top of my head. Saraf ad-Din. Would that have been a vizier for the Ayyubids? Maybe. Sometimes the names sound familiar, but I don't, you know, always know. I don't always know what's going on or who is who. Yeah, I don't really need. I don't need him to be in my front lines right now, and I'm sort of keeping a backup pool of generals here in Tripoli, which I don't. Yeah, I guess I'll just add to that. Yeah, I'll just bring him over to Tripoli. They'll hang out with the bros. We have ourselves another heir who has matured, Prince Al-Adil. And I'm curious to see how he is. I think that my ruler's influence has increased, so Prince Al-Adil might be okay. Hard sum, so +1 acumen is good, and then killer instinct, +2 valor, +1 dread. And then this governor over here has gotten the steward, so +10% agriculture production and happiness as well. All good. Yeah, Prince Al-Adil, 3 stars. Love it. Perfectly loyal. And so yeah, the influence is good, so that makes sense. You know, I gotta say, and I feel like that does mean something. I think that the ruler's influence really does lead to better traits or stats for the heirs who come of age. That does definitely seem to be confirmed by now. I finally, after hundreds of hours of playing this game, I think I can finally say safely that that is a true thing. Oh, hello. Looks like we have ourselves more than 1 French boat in the water this time. I guess luckily I've not been attacked yet. And the Byzantines, are they still at war with the French? Please tell me they are. They are, yes, right, because of this conflict. Yeah, that's right. Well, hopefully the Byzantine navies take out these French boats, because quite honestly, my navies are not strong enough yet. Let's back out of this for now. Here, and then let's retreat from here as well. And what do we have? Bark. I mean, a Bagala should beat a bark, but especially a 1-command Bagala. But I think I'd rather let the Byzantines fight them. Hopefully they will. And then... actually, I should fight. I should fight. My boat should win. Stats 2, 2, and 2. Yeah, my 1-star admiral should win against them, if I can catch them. And maybe the Byzantines will help, but here, no, because this is a dhow. A dhow can't beat a bark. Even a 0-star bark, but hopefully these 3 Byzantine boats will get the job done there. Because I'm still working on getting my navies out. I've just about gotten 2 boats per sea region and all of the Mediterranean regions. I'm just about to start rounding the horn here pretty soon. Ah, perfect. And we were able to win the battle in the English Channel. So that's 1 French boat down. And another heir has matured. Prince Mohammed. Yeah, we have five boys out now. The Ribat is finished here in Palestine. That's going to be giving +2 morale to all of my units, including my Ghulam cavalry, which are trained here. So that's pretty good. Prince Mohammed, what do you got? Chinless Wonder. Oh no. Damn. -1 command, -1 acumen. That's not good. Killer Instinct, +2 valor, +1 dread. Okay. And yeah, Drinker. Drinker's not good, but you are not a general, so it doesn't really matter. And Muhammad Ayyubid, +2 piety, +2 acumen. You're just a peasant garrison. It's too bad. So how are you? So how's... So the influence is still good on the king or the sultan, but the stats are not great on Prince Muhammad. That's interesting. Loyalty is fine though. It's just the incest trade is pretty bad. Chinless wonder. But still, +2 valor is, yeah, that's fine. He can be he can make a good fighter, I suppose. And I can imagine a few of these guys will be getting used in the war against the Mongols. If that happens, you know, if they show up. I don't know. I'm preparing for the Mongols as if they will make a beeline for me. But in my practice campaign as the Egyptians, I did stop playing the campaign before the Mongols showed up. So I don't really know how the Mongol invasion plays out as the Egyptians. I know as the Byzantines, when you are holding Georgia, the Mongols come straight down from Gazar into Georgia. I know that much. And I know as the Danes, when you hold Lithuania, the Mongols will make a beeline for Lithuania. So, yeah, logic would hold that the Mongols would make a beeline for me, but yeah, I don't really know for sure. So I'm excited to find out in this campaign. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. I did attack a French boat in the Gulf of Valencia with a dhow to catch and then a bagla to kill, and both of the boats did sink. That is the risk of splitting your fleets up. Oh, that hurts. Bagla's losing to barks. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. Alright, got some, stuff. Got some stuff, and so this is one of my governors. +2 acumen. That's good. That's good for a governor. I'll take it. And then Shirko. Ooh, this is a good one as well. Charismatic, +1 morale for my, my 5-star general. Yeah, a couple good ones here. Greed, -1 acumen, or +1 acumen, -1 happiness. Okay, -10 happiness. Alright, I have to figure out what to do with this French boat now. I lost 2 boats. Goddamn. Alright, well. Well. What can we do about that? We have a couple Baglas in the Western Mediterranean that we can send. What I'm thinking, I would rather have my boats link up and then head in together. That's what I would rather do. So let's do this. Let's send up a Bagla to the African coast, and then let's send the Bagla and the dhow from the African coast to the Barbary coast. They will link up with another Bagla, and then they can all head in. Oh no, this dhow can't head in, because it doesn't border Gulf of Valencia. Okay, let's rethink this. Let's go back here, you go here, and so this is a Bagla, correct? Yes, it is. And there's a dhow there. Okay, so let's just send, okay, this is the simple way. So those 3 boats can go in, and yeah, it feels dumb sending in a dhow, but I have to. The dhow is what helps me catch the enemy boat, so it needs to happen that way. The Pope continues to ask for support to crusade against my faction, and I just saw a French Crusade, another one gearing up, so let's see where that one is going to be headed off to. The brothel's finally finished here in Syria, so now I can start training some spies here, and the keep is finished here in Odessa, so now that I can build the Boyar's workshop here. And yep, surprise, surprise! No, this one's headed towards Tripoli instead of Antioch. Even harder to get to. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Alright, Prince Asali, perversion. So, -4 piety. Not a big deal. He's not intended to ever be a governor. I don't think so. Not a big deal. And let's see, this governor down here, +3 acumen. God damn, he's getting good. Amir Abu Mamun. I want to see, who is he? He is the Amir of Egypt. Yeah, it's good. Nice. Yeah, that's a lot of acumen on one of my richest provinces. Yeah, making 4,500? Huh, it was making more before, but I think it's because my trade's getting messed up by the French boats. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's the one. That's what does it. So, yep, that cuts my trade in half. Having 1 boat in the Straits of Gibraltar. Yep, that's how you destroy my trade. So I definitely need to fix that as soon as possible. This is a Bagla. And it's a 2-star bark. Goddamn. Ay, ay, ay. That's a little tough. So, what to do, what to do. And send you down. And how is this? So this is a 3-star galley. I wonder if the Byzantine boat can help me out. Yeah, I don't think a Bagala can beat a 2-star bark. And I feel like I have to wait for reinforcements to come in before I can engage. So let's withdraw to the Barbary coast. There's no point in staying there considering that I can't trade through this way anyway as long as that French boat is there, so let's hang out. Although, ooh, yeah, they have a boat up here as well. Yeah, I need more boats in the northern Mediterranean. I need to. Oh, it's been such a slow grind because I've just been training so much stuff other than boats. So yep, another bark here. This one luckily is only 0 command, so the Byzantines should take care of that boat. But let's retreat from the Bay of Biscay just in case. And do I have anything I can send? I just have a single boat in every region. So I just have to pray for the Byzantines to help me out. Here, let's see if I can send a Bagala from there. And we'll see if we need them by the time they get down there. Oh, good. Good, good, good. So we were able to win the battle in the Bay of Biscay. That feels a bit lucky there. I feel like he probably should have won that battle. Unless the Byzantines did pitch in. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. And, okay, yep, we were not able to escape the Straits of Gibraltar. They did sink us there. And what else? We got approachable manner. And then you keep getting more acumen. Yep, love to see it. Neither of you are governors, but you might want to become governors at some point. And Yaqub Asali, Mana Principal, plus 50% cost of bribe. Awesome. Let's just keep picking off. Oh yeah, we got rid of that Byzantine emissary. Love to see it. Good job, ninjas. I mean, assassins. Yes. And keep doing the Lord's work. And yeah, we're bringing these guys over. We have like what, seven of these imams here in Aragon. And yeah, loyalty is 200%. But we have boosted the rate of Muslims or Islam here to 35% here in Aragon. So we'll just keep at it. And now we do have spies on the way. Yeah, we got our first spy on the board. So let's go for it. Let's send. Yeah, Aragon's going to be tough because of the border fort. So maybe let's try to go for Valencia. And ooh, we got more French boats. More French boats. So 0 command, 1 bark. Let's keep my navy together, even though he might escape and run away from this, because it's going to be at the speed of my slowest boat, my Bagala. But let's just keep it together and see if I can, at the very least, drive them off so that I can attack them somewhere else. Say, for instance, like here in the Straits of Gibraltar. Oh, wow. The Byzantines are just going ham out here. Jesus. So they pushed the French back here in Aragon. That could be big. That could be big. And looks like we did sink the enemy boat here in the English Channel. I did attack their bark with my 2-star Bagala, so we got the job done there. Turkish Sultan has died, but there's just many more of that. Where that came from, King of the Danes has died as well. And my assassin got caught. Okay. My defensive upgrade for the Edessan Keep has been finished here. And then Sultan Khalil I, great builder, so +1 loyalty to all generals, +10 happiness. That's all good. Secret blackmailer. Okay, I'm going to keep an eye on that. And let's see, you are not a General, you are a general. So +2 morale. Nice. Yeah, captivating nature. Man, this guy just keeps getting better and better. This man's winning ways with the masses have caused many to see him as a natural leader and to do their best to please him. +20 happiness and +2 morale. Yeah, great. Yeah, Shirko is just getting really good. Yeah, really, really good. All right, that's all fine, but I want to come up here because I feel like this is getting interesting. Yeah. So the Byzantines have... Toulouse is going to last for 3 turns before that keep falls. This is going to last for 2 turns before this castle falls. However, I'm sure the Valencian French troops will come up and fight that. But at some point, you have to think that the Almohads or the Spanish are going to get involved, right? You would think so. You would think so. They have literally not done anything this entire campaign. And the Spanish have just taken Portugal. That's it. And Navarre. They took Navarre. Yeah. Yeah, be more like Byzantines. Be more like the Byzantines and do something. Do something. Be somebody. Come on. So loyalty is now at 130%. To get a chance of a reemergence to happen here in Aragon, it needs to get beneath 120%. So, yeah, this is interesting. Did they destroy the border fort? No, they did not. Okay. That's worth keeping an eye on. But there's still no border fort here in Valencia, so let's send my spy on over to Valencia. Now, it's going to be difficult to dislodge them just because they have so many troops here. But I think I would like to start sending some spies to Aragon just to see if I can take a chance at see if I can sneak one in. Okay, the Spanish are getting involved now. Okay. That got really interesting. I wonder whose side they're on. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll find out. The Byzantines have retreated from Toulouse. Okay, that's one thing. The Sicilians are happy. Good for them. Egypt has the Rabat finished and heretical sect. So the Albigensian heretics are an offshoot of the Cathars and follows many of their erroneous teachings, but go further in their rejection of the church, its priests, and all that is sacred. These Cathars may hide behind a new name, but heresy must always be extirpated. Their strength grows in Toulouse, Provence, Aquitaine, and Genoa. Yeah, the Albigensian Crusades. It's a topic I don't really know much about, but from what I do know, it seems like it's a pretty messed up situation. Just Christians killing Christians, and like a lot. I think it was a lot. I think they killed a lot of Christians, but again, something I need to learn more about myself. All right, what do we got? A couple of friendly guys. These are just like the really good ones, right? The two, I feel like these guys just keep getting better and better. +2 acumen, +20 happiness. You and then you. I should keep an eye on that. And then, yep, this governor, +10 happiness, +1 loyalty. That's good. So is it you? Are you the friendly one? Yeah, 4 acumen. You're not a governor yet, but you're worth keeping an eye on. And then you also, yeah, 4 acumen. Okay, so nothing too crazy, but still, it's worth keeping an eye on those guys. And what happened over here? So who's on whose side? What happened? Are the French... Oh, the Spanish went to war against the Byzantines. Oh, damn. So the Spanish are not allies with the French, though. That's so confusing. But they lost, I think they like lost a bit, though, in that battle. Huh. And the Byzantines, I wonder if they were able to just use their navies to retreat from that, because it seems like they were able to consolidate a lot of their forces back here in Provence. Interesting. Okay. That's really worth keeping an eye on. Yeah, it's too bad. I think the yeah, I don't know. I hope the Spanish go to war with the French, but at this point, I do think they lost too much in that battle to be an effective force against the French. The Almohads, though, Would they make a move on Valencia? It's so lightly defended. Do it. Do it, guys. And my spy here, now that there's only a few troops here in Valencia, the loyalty is down to 135%. Oh, come on. And then Aragon, yeah, Aragon's fine because there's a million soldiers here, but the rate of Islam is up to 45% conversion. So that is worth keeping an eye on. Oh, this is so weird too, because the Byzantines and the French are at war with one another, but it seems like the Byzantines have chosen to let the French Crusade pass? Oh no, no. That means it's going to take forever for this French Crusade to dissipate as it just hangs out on my borders. How many men are in there? 873. It's going to lose men traveling through the Byzantine territory. Maybe it won't take that long. Man, it's so weird that the factions that are at war with one another can still say they're still going to allow the French Crusade to pass through. That's such a bizarre thing. Ah, shucks. My boat was not able to get away. I did retreat from the Gulf of Cadiz, but the French bark was able to catch me. Man, these barks are such a menace. Oh, my Sultan has died. Okay, alright. He's died. I'm wondering how old my heir is. He's probably in his late 20s, perhaps? Let's see, some Catholic bandits here in Prussia. And Al-Mustali Asali has died of old age. And then same with Asad al-Din Shirkuh. Okay, well, there goes that historical general. And the French are mobilizing and preparing for a major attack. The Egyptians appear to be the target of their planned invasion. Oh, no, duh. This spy needs to be fired. The attack is not likely to happen until the year after next. Oh, God. So, yeah, for those of you who are new to this game, spies, when you place them in other factions' territories, what they can do is they can sort of tell you what that faction is planning on doing. And that's like the most obvious thing ever. So this spy did get caught by the border fort. I tried sneaking him in and it did not work. Oh, another heir. So Prince Al-Mustali. And so now we just have 2 heirs. Okay. So these must be... So this is a brother. Okay, this is not his son. This is a brother. And Boyar's workshop is finished. So in a few years, I can start training crossbows here in Syria. And the Master Horse Breeder is completed here in Sinai. I believe that gives +1 Valor to my Mamluk Horse Archers, who are already getting +1 Valor from Sinai, so that's pretty good. And yep, more defensive upgrades for my keep here in Odessa. Prince Al-Mustali, natural leader, that's a good one. +2 morale, +1 loyalty, but drinker, -1 command, that sucks. And then Amir Al-Faiz, -2 piety for adultery. Alright, what do we got here? So, yep, 3 influence on the Sultan, not great. 1 dread. Yeah, that's not much there. He's 31, he is married. And does he have any sons on the way? No. No, he just has his 2 brothers. Prince Al-Adil, that's you, 24, you're fine. And then your loyalty is like, 4 is okay, I guess. 1 command, but you're a drinker, so that's going to get worse. Unfortunately. Yeah, 3 acumen's not great. Luckily, I have a glorious achievements points counting period coming up in a few turns, so hopefully that does help raise my influence for this Sultan. Fingers crossed. Hopefully that works out okay. I can keep bringing on over these imams over to Aragon. And yeah, it's tough. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get that Aragonese reemergence here. These 2 provinces just happen to be like, you know, pretty well defended against this sort of thing. But I can keep trying to sneak spies in. I mean, I have the money for it. I may as well. You know, I can keep trying to... I can send you over. And try to send you into Aragon. If I get higher valor spies, they would have a higher chance of accomplishing this. So that's another thing I can aim for. But I would have to get an upgraded brothel building in Syria, and I'm not really there yet, to be honest. I would have to get a citadel, I think. Yeah, I'm not quite there yet. Although, I mean, what else am I doing in Syria? I should build a mosque. That's going to give my whatever units I train here +1 morale, so that's useful. Yeah, I should get a mosque. All in all, I was able to get through quite a few turns in this episode, so that feels good. I was able to burn through the slow period, so overall this obviously will be a slow episode to watch, but this is getting into the time period now where we're getting close. So there might be one more slow episode depending on what happens, well, with my neighbors, I guess. In fact, I wonder when am I going to be tasked out with taking Cyrenacia? It might happen soon. I might be asked to take Cyrenacia relatively soon, so there would be a conquest. I kind of doubt the Elma heads would even fight back. They would probably just retreat. And I would be fine with trying to get a ceasefire with them because I don't need to keep continuing with the war. I just want to meet my glorious achievements, objectives. That's really all I care about there. And really getting another province that I can use to build stuff and train stuff. You know, I feel kind of tapped out on what I have right now. You know, I'm building and training as much as I can. And I just don't quite have enough room. But yeah, anyway, that is all. Gonna have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Constep playing Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.